Hey there, and welcome back to the Virtual Cafe for another coffee convo about business finances. I'm your host, Kerry Zarb, and I am joined by Kim White. We invite you to join us at our table with your favourite brew. Let's pull up our chairs and get into today's episode. Come on, let's go. It's coffee time. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kerry.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Have you got your coffee?
I do, Kerry, and it's really good this morning.
Oh, what are you having?
Well, I'm having the usual, Kerry. I love oat milk and really strong coffee, Kerry.
Oh, love it. Good stuff, Kim. So, Kim, I think I made the wrong decision with my coffee choice today.
Oh, no, Kerry. What did you get?
Well, I could have even, made a bad decision because I decided to get a cappuccino, and a cappuccino has the chocolate on top.
I like chocolate in my coffee, Kerry.
I'm not sure I do, Kim.
You're not sure you like chocolate, Kerry?
No, because if you have chocolate in your coffee, that's a mocha.
I love chocolate in my coffee, Kerry.
Oh, see, I've been a lover of hot chocolate and I've been a lover of coffee, but when you put them together, it's like something's wrong. It's like something bad happened. And that's just maybe my brain playing tricks on me, but I can't get past it, Kim.
The true confession, Kerry, I use the hot chocolate mix and make it with coffee instead of hot water.
Oh, maybe that's the difference, Kim.
So, Kerry, are you going to get a different coffee?
Well, it feels really wasteful, so I think I just need to suck it up. And then maybe next time I can make the right decision, Kim.
So, Kerry, making right decisions about coffee, you can change it pretty easy.
You can. That's a bonus, isn't it? It's just a cup of coffee. It's one cup of coffee. So the next one I make a different decision and I end up with a different option. So, Kim, speaking of bad decisions, not so much about coffee, but when we make a bad decision with our business finances, and that's the topic of today's conversation. It actually wasn't about coffee or chocolate or anything like that. When it comes to business finances, Kim, sometimes we can't take it back. Some things with our money we can't undo. We can't undo the damage. We can't undo the decision. I can move from one cup of coffee to another cup of coffee and get over it pretty quickly. But when we make bad decisions with our money, a couple of things can happen. We can pay for it for a long time, but sometimes we even carry it in our mind and we carry that feeling for a while. What do you think, Kim?
Well, Kerry, I think I'm the poster child for making bad decisions with my finances, period. When I was growing up, there just was no instruction, or if there was, I was too hard-headed to listen. I don't remember having any idea how to handle money, having any idea how to do things that I needed to do. I've had to learn a lifetime, over my whole lifetime, Kerry. I've had to learn little by little, I'm going to say, because I am a slow learner, but it makes me feel very nervous when I make big decisions because I've got this past, Kerry, of making bad decisions.
And Kim, I hear what you're saying, and I can only say that I feel like we might be twins in this. Not just related, we could actually be twins from a former life, because I've been there. I think many of us. I want a show of hands of who hasn't made a bad decision with their money. Oh, look at that. No hands are raised, Kim. That's a real thing, Money comes into play. Sometimes at an early age, it could be the pocket money when we're growing up or the first job we get out of school. And there's always bad decisions on the horizon. Just depends on the size of them. So, and then like we're talking about, there's no take backs and there's sometimes a little bit of pain to endure. But we get that opportunity to learn from it, Kim. And I know this sounds really twisted and a little bit not quite right. That's my favourite part. Is that wrong, Kim?
Which part, Kerry?
The learning.
I love learning too, Kerry. I just wish I didn't have to do it the hard way all the time.
Oh, 100%. I don't want the pain that goes with the learning. I just want the piece of the learning. Did I not make that clear? I was sounding like a real weirdo, wasn't I? No. Yes.
Well, Kerry, I think whenever I did like some really what I'm going to call dumb moves throughout my lifetime, I would have things like I would buy something that I shouldn't have bought, didn't know it at the time, didn't realize it at the time. And then I would get like buyer's remorse, they call it, where I wish I could take it back, but you can't take it back. That's one of the things that I have done in my lifetime repeatedly, Kerry. I have like rules set up even where I won't even shop in the evening or at night because of those decisions. I've done, like, I've made mistakes. I have a whole long list, and it does make me feel sometimes like I'm never going to get this right.
So, Kim, I had an incident probably a couple of years ago now, because I'm all grown up and I've learnt all my lessons already, right? Like, you got this whole picture of this, financial designer that's got all her shit together. And I may have done something really dumb, which was sign up for a new platform. You know how much I love my subscriptions. And I signed up for a new platform. I'd watched all the commercials and they were all like, you can do this, you can do that. And I got really excited. And then they had that fancy discount of you save like 15% if you buy annual versus paying per month. And Kerry gets out the calculator and goes, oh, hang on a minute. There you go. It's not going to cost me $650 for the year. It's only going to cost me, $590 or something. Cha-ching, I saved. Woohoo, party. I think in about a week's time, I was reaching out to their customer support team going, okay, guys, this does not do what you promised. And I've coughed out all this money. Refund, please. And I had to fight. I got it, but I had to fight for it. There was a lot of time spent fighting for that refund because it didn't deliver what they said. But my learning from it, Kim, luckily there wasn't quite the pain associated with it. There was the pain of time associated with it. However, the learning out of it was, okay, so now moving forward, if you sign up for anything new, you are going on the monthly plan. You are definitely going to test these suckers out before you commit to a 12-month investment, because that's what it is. We're investing our funds in new technology. That was my little learning, Kim, and the pain of the time.
Kerry, there's so many things. Like, there's so many ways we can make bad decisions. There's so many things that we can fall into. There's so many times that we can make those decisions when we're melty or decisions when we're tired, decisions, like there's a whole list of things. What I want to know, Kerry, is we both confessed some different things that we have done, but what did you do? Because I think we're into the now what. We've made these bad decisions, but now what? What can someone do? What can we do to get past that feeling of, I'm never going to get this right?
Kim, I want to touch on something that may or may not be popular in this conversation. I would look at how can we get our trust back in ourselves? How can we begin to trust ourselves to make decisions again and turn them into good ones? And my opinion is, Kim, and I still practice this myself from that experience that I had, I play in smaller amounts. If I'm going to take a risk, it's not on $500. It might be on $50. Or it's not $200, it might be $20. Let's see if we can lighten the risk into a smaller amount so we can start to trust ourselves again. Because then the pain that comes with a $20 thing or a $50 thing versus a $200 or a $500 thing, or more, for some people it's more, it's a lot less painful, and we'll still kick ourselves if something goes wrong. No one wants to waste $20. No one wants to waste $50. But if we're just doing that and taking little chances and little gambles on smaller amounts, there's a lot less pain involved. We're not going to beat ourselves up for as long, and we're going to be able to regain the trust in ourselves that we need.
I like that, Kerry. Like learning to retrust ourselves. I think that some of the decisions that we make that are bad decisions, or we think they're bad decisions, come from us not understanding like the consequences or not slowing down, Kerry. You know me and this slowing down thing. I think slow is fast. You know, when we slow down, we can save ourselves time and money because we're more aware. And honestly, Kerry, it's usually in the busiest times or something's going on that I'm distracted. That's usually when like the bad decisions happened.
And Kim, I agree with that. However, there's another one for me. If I get bored, that's a dangerous territory for me as well. If I start to get itchy feet and I feel like I need something because I'm even just on the borderline of being bored. But you're right, the busy seasons, you know, tax time, Christmas time, holiday moments, you know, when it's coming around to holiday seasons, it could be just we call them public holidays where there's just that one, but you get a long weekend or something and we get a little bit excited. And sometimes when there's sales on, and what's that one that comes around? I think it's in November, Kim. Is it Black Friday sales? Oh, danger.
I can't look at the papers during that time, Kerry, because I get the I want. I didn't ever know I needed those 27 things, but, you know, after I read the paper, that's what I need. I've always needed it. I just didn't know it.
Exactly. Well, Kim, I think this has been a great conversation and thank you for hanging out with me once again in the virtual cafe. We love our little cafe, don't we?
Well, we do, Kerry. I love it, and I hope you get a better coffee next time, and I hope I make better decisions next time.
Exactly. I will not be getting the cappuccino again. I will stick to my latte. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, people. So that's what it's all about.
Thank you, Kerry.
Thanks, Kim. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye, Kim. Thanks for joining us in the virtual cafe. You can follow the show to be notified of future episodes, and if you're enjoying this podcast, we encourage you to leave a rating or personal review. Until next time, happy biz beans to you. No beings were harmed during the production of this podcast. Information contained in this podcast should be taken as general advice only, and your personal circumstances have not been taken into account. It is recommended that you seek financial advice from a professional who is licensed to do so. If you choose to act upon the general advice shared, you do so